How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon. My name's Andy Bumatai, and I will be your host. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. And here, we do not do any politics, okay? People are always trying to get in there and do some stuff, I guess every once in a while, including me. But we do not do that. We concentrate on what brings us together, not what separates us, okay? And we play Hawaii news items. And we always make an effort to avoid the old, if it bleeds, it leads. That is not us, okay? So let's talk about some of the clips that we'll be showing. And we're going to try something new where Nani actually puts the pink, what we're going to talk about up on the screen here and tries to see. There we go. Great. Mahalo, Nani. This is the first time we're having her do this. Anyway, our first video is about how the people in Waianae stay raising money and food to help the people of the who were victims of the Maili wildfire. We heard about that a little while ago. It's been about a week, I guess, so they're on it. Then we're going to go to Hilo, and we're going to take a look at a banyan tree that fell down. This is a historic banyan tree. Yeah, and we have videos of it actually going down, and it sounds like a bomb went off. Then it's back to Oahu. We're going to check out Chinatown and how the founder of the L&L restaurants, you know, the famous L&L, yeah, he is leading a charge to get Chinatown anyway, to give it a facelift, so to speak, you know. And then, did you know that sunflower seeds do more than cure your munchies when you're binge watching Mr. Robot on Netflix? They can actually be used as fuel. Amazing. And then finally, there's a firefighting sheep. And this happens, believe it or not, Waianae once again. So that's what we'll be talking about. But I tell you what, let's first go to the big board and say hi to some of the people who have joined us here today, okay? Now, I got to scroll back a little here so I catch everybody. So, Kavika, how you, brother? Nice to have her. There's our truck driving friend, Michael Voss in the Holly. Shakalaka, one of our moderators. Thanks for being here. Terry in Scotland. How's it, brother? Get his own show on Twitch. And Michael Anthony Smith, pure and simple hi. Hey, how you doing, JBCP, a.k.a. Brian in the Holly. And there's Krista Lynch. Thanks. When I do this, I always feel a little bit, remember Robin on Romper Room? And there's Koto 808. And we have Suzanne Ochayu. Aloha, Andy and Gangi. Happy Tuesday to all. Sam Bittner, showing face. Rick S., another moderationizer. Thanks for being here. Treat Turtles time. That's right. My high school buddy, Steve Danielson, showing face and get one surfboard for Prove It. Steve Diego from San Diego, how you? And who else sets an alarm for the show? Me? I'm one of them. Koto 808. I gotta tell you, Panel writes things. How's it back at you? Hey, Broken Soul, how you? Oh, I hope you're not too broken today. Love the picture, the avatar you're showing there. Oh, I like this shirt, Andy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, on the wide shot, it looks kind of camouflagey, but other than that... Darlene, thanks for being here. Speaking of moderationizers, there's C. Honda, who I just saw in Pasadena at the Ice House. Thank you for coming, and I have that picture. So we'll be showing that a little later. Okay, let's see who else we get. I'm scrolling through, Charles K. Also, mahalo, Charles, for being at Pasadena. You're in the picture I will be showing. He's on Twitch. And Mariana, how you, Mariana? Pardon me, I'm still a little under the weather from this whole Vegas traveling thing. And SD Dodger, this picture is getting crowded because SD Dodger was there also. Yeah. Hey, front row hottie. How you, Felicia? Okay. And then let's see. Oh, Darlene F. saying hi to SD Dodger. People do that here. Say hello to one another. K-Mac, aloha all. That's quite an undertaking, K-Mac, because that's a lot of people. Oh, Internet Surfer 3000, mabuhay, bumatai. Actually, I guess it should be bumatai. I don't know, Filipino, like go up in the middle of that. Ooh, Daniel Vu, Uncle, repping Sacramento here. Oh, there we go. Nani is in Sacramento, our a moderator and also assistant producer, associate producer, co-producer, whatever. But she's the one that's popping up all these things on my screen. How cool is that? She's in Sacramento. Hey, Lita Ferreira, aloha. Thanks for trying to get me in at the Ice House when one ticket left. That really wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that, Lita. I should have just said, hey, come hang out in the back stage and then, try to do something, but was pretty packed. The owner and his wife were going, I hope we can find a seat. Yeah, that was Johnny Buss. Yeah, I should have asked him. But again, I felt terrible about that. Lita showed up just as the show was about to start, and she goes, they said there was one ticket, and there wasn't. She had to turn around. I feel bad. I know. Okay, let's see. Hey, Gil Soto, we got to say hi to Gil before we move on. Mahalo nui loa. There we go. Okay, did I get to the end here? Pretty much. Hey, not bad. Okay, and see how this shirt kind of looks camouflagey in this environment. Okay, so let's go to the first news item that we have here. And again, what was this about, Nani? I know I caught you off guard here. Oh, thank you. Food for the fire victims. The people of Waianae get together to help the people who are victims of the Maili wildfire. Let's watch.
It's been almost a week since the Maili wildfire broke out, triggering evacuations, damaging several structures, and leaving one woman dead.
Wow.
Oahu's West Side community rallied together today to help the impacted families stock up on essentials. A food distribution event was held at Waianae Intermediate School to help get those families back on their feet.
Members of our community had electricity shut off, and when you're living on a budget and your whole food supply gets spoiled because electricity shut out, that's an issue too. And so we quickly opened up spots for all of the neighbors on the streets that were identified whose power got shut off. We opened up emergency spots for them to come through.
We can support these families, and it's just one less burden in the household. They don't have to worry about food, and they can take care of their kids better, more. They can focus on work more.
Aloha, Felicia.
Create a better environment.
The moment we heard the fire was happening, the moment they released when the shelters was and where the shelters was going to be, the next morning we asked for more food from the food bank. A lot of our staff start cooking, and we just responded in that direction.
The event, organized by Pa'apono 96792, says over 100 pounds of fresh produce and food staples were given out today.
Wow, how's that? Waianae coming together. And I love that part about, hey, guess what? When the electricity goes out and you lose all the food in your refrigerator, it's an issue, especially with grocery prices being what they are today. Okay. Now we're going to go take a look at a video. And this one is of a Hilo banyan tree. a big one. We've all driven past this many times if you've ever stayed at the Naniloa Hotel. You know, it's on, guess what? Banyan Drive. So they're famous for their banyan trees there. And let's see what that looks like, okay? Deep breath.
Iconic banyan tree that toppled over in Hilo yesterday is still being cleaned up by crews. Hawaii County Mayor Kimo Alameda says the area could be closed for a few more days. Nikki Schenfeld follows up.
Some said it sounded like an explosion.
Look.
A historic and decades-old banyan tree toppling over on Kilauea Avenue near Wailoa Pond Saturday evening, snapping utility poles like toothpicks. Mayor Alameda went to the area Saturday night to survey the damage.
I mean, our job is public safety, right? So immediately our crews came out, Public Works in particular, our director came out, acting director, and he stabilized the situation. He brought in two tree trimming companies to immediately address, because this banyan tree, it's like 100 trees put together because the roots become a tree.
He said about 10 vehicles were damaged and about 10 utility poles were knocked down.
It just fell. It's not like we had high winds or a big rain yesterday, but this is the third tree that I know in my lifetime that has just fallen like this in the past 6 years. So it does raise some concerns about the other banyan trees on our island.
Thankfully, no injuries were reported. He says next he'll talk to an arborist and department heads to figure out what went wrong so it doesn't happen to any of Hilo's other infamous banyan trees.
We have Banyan Drive, which is known for its trees, right? And there's like 40 of them there that's probably around the same age. So this creates a lot of concern. So I'm going to have to take a serious look at the longevity of these trees.
He says it could be disease, lack of trimming, or unstable root structure that could have caused it to fall. The tree has grown over the years and has stretched from state land to Kamehameha School's land, where the Calvary Church is located. The church posted on social media that services were canceled on Sunday, but they were unable to look at the damage.
We don't know the extent of that damage, but it could be significant.
On Sunday, HECO crews were able to restore power and communication companies were on scene. But the size of the tree and the multiple properties that it sits on could take some time for it to be cleaned up.
I mean, we're looking at least, I'd say about another 2 days. Yeah, 3 days max. Our job is just to restore power, both communications and electric, and then open the road up so that, we can continue to, because there's businesses here.
Wow, what a shot.
They don't lose too much customers.
And others say they will miss seeing the tree that stood tall for generations.
It's kind of like a gathering place for many of us in Hilo. So this is it's definitely kind of a sad occasion.
Wow, look.
People are asked to avoid the area while crews are working. Nikki Schenfeld, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Ooh, wouldn't it have been great if you saw it starting to go and then you said, hey, ba, get your phone out. And you walked over and they went, this tree is in my way. Wait, rah, and blah, it went. How many people would go, wow, why you did that? Hey, I gotta send a special shout out to my lifelong buddy right here, Kamasami Kong. Love the way you put this all together, the technology, the prep, talent, mahalo, my brother. Hey, let me give you the 10-cent tour, and then we're gonna talk about how many people have been through Banyan Drive. But hey, Kong, check this out. Okay, this is my one camera, right? And then I have this camera over here, which goes over to my laptop station. That's where I do email and different small kind stuffs, right? And then I have this shot here, which is basically the whole studio. And that's my editing bay over there where I do a lot of the Final Cut Pro stuff, right? And then this shot is the across the editing bay this way so that people can kind of see what I'm looking at here. And then this is my new favorite shot here. We just added this recently. Beam. Oops, there we go. Look at this. Yeah, the keyboard shot. Yeah, I know. And what this is, Kong, is this is an old iPhone I found sitting around, and I plugged it right into here into this Mac Mini, and this is that new M4 Mac Mini, and woohoo. Oh yeah, let me show you this one too. You're gonna love this. I'm so proud of this. With all the tech that's going on here, I Velcroed 2 door stops to the bottom of my keyboard so that it sits just right so I can type, because the real ones that do that were $40. Okay, so before we talk about Chinatown's facelift, let's go to the big board and ask how many of you have been through that area right there with what is it called, Banyan Drive. Okay, so let's go here and see what people have to say. Yeah, Hiram, I was expecting this one. Timber! Tragedy happens in trees. Yeah, I'll tell you a tree. 1, 2, 3. That's very funny. No Comment always has a good one. Matt Statter, who has her own show on YouTube and Twitch. Seems like the root system is mighty tiny in comparison to the canopy size, which is normally, is that normal for banyan trees? I do not know, Molly. I'm not a arborist. Did you hear him say that? The arborist. How many people heard that and went, arborist? Well, I don't know. I think they should hire one Filipino. They're way better with trees, Hey, Melissa, there she is, Shakalaka. She's Melissa on Facebook. By the way, we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, LinkedIn. Oh yeah, it's 7 because we have 2 YouTube channels and 2 Facebook channels. Going all at the same time. There we go. Almost landed on that house. Whoa. That wasn't a house, that was a church. Okay. And it landed so that nobody could get into the church, but I don't think it, crushed anything, but still it no sermon that Sunday. Phew, Kamasami Kong is the best. That's right. How many remember the old KKUA days, right? Oh, man. I tell you how much Kong helped me when I was first starting out. It was amazing. Because this is before the internet. The radio was the thing. And Kong was the man. He's in Japan now, I think. Ooh, hey, what? Benny Bao? I don't think I know. Benny Bao, who's that? Oh, you see before what, bro? 'Cause I don't look, I'm trying to recognize your avatar, but kind of rough. What is that? What are you doing there? Can't tell. Too small. Hey, you got a better setup than most TV stations. Hey, you know what, Kong? This is the new TV. That's where I'm at. And so I'm really going to try to retire in the beginning of next year and concentrate on doing this. So with the thanks to, Shakalaka and Rick S. and, Nani Aloha, C. Honda, and all the moderationists, Devin, I hope to pull it off. Now the making some money part has to kick in. Jennifer J. Brock. Oh, you so inventive. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Mahalo nui loa for that one. Yeah. High tech. After I typed these words, Andy showed the door stops. How's the timing on that one? Oh, yeah, high tech. In fact, look this. Oh, mean. I got door stops Velcroed to my keyboard. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's how things work. Kong is my hero. Oh, he's a lot of people's hero, I got to tell you. And what I learned about radio just from sitting there and watching him do it, I mean, it was like, bang. I wish I was that smooth doing this, and hopefully one day I will be, switching it. Yeah, because he was a one-man band. Back then, they did that. They listened to this is a good song. They went to clubs. That band is cool. I think I'll showcase them on the show. Not like today, everything's automated and, you don't get to pick what you want to play. Man, back then you had to actually be involved on a very high level. SD Daja, who never hear comedy on the radio. Habut, you never do. Well, Frank B. Shaner was another one. Remember the adventures of, I forget who it was, Leilani or whatever, and Kong and I used to go to high schools, and we would do a talent show, and then he would announce the winner of that talent show on his radio show, which was the beginning, right? That was Brown Bags to Stardom, and that type of show became American Idol, and that's how far ahead of his time Mr. Kamasami Kong was. There we go. Okay, now let's go to Chinatown. Okay, now what what would it be called? The owner, originator. The guy who started L&L Drive-In, yeah, he is all about revitalizing, that's the word I've been searching for, revitalizing Chinatown. Let's listen.
A project aimed at revitalizing Honolulu's Chinatown is a step closer to becoming a reality. Our Annalisa Burgos explains.
The concept of the Honolulu Chinatown Kekaulike Archway project began in 2019 under then-Mayor Kirk Caldwell, who felt the district needed a distinctive gateway symbolizing unity and cultural pride.
Yeah. Hawaii has one of the oldest Chinatown in the world. If we don't have one, that's not acceptable.
L&L Hawaiian Barbecue founder Eddie Flores is chairman of nonprofit A Better Chinatown Association. He's leading fundraising efforts to build a tradition.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I got this right. A guy who started a chain of restaurants is Chinese? What's next?
Arch at Kekaulike and King Streets at Kekaulike Mall.
This is really part of our plan to revitalize Chinatown.
He commissioned artist Jian Jiji to design the arch. The State of Hawaii Historic Preservation Division and the City Department of Planning and Permitting signed off on the designs, and a construction bid will soon be set out. The arch is part of Phase 1. The hope is to have it up by June of next year, along with traditional red lanterns and banners honoring pioneers in Hawaii's Chinese community.
For example, like Hiram Fong, the first United States Senator, Larry Ching, is very healthy. He's been donating everything. Kukui built affordable housing in Kukui Garden that my family lived in for many, many years, about a block from Chinatown.
Plans also include free walking and food tours, cultural activities, and craft fairs to showcase local artisans. It's all part of a vision to transform Chinatown into a vibrant community hub and tourist destination by the end of 2026. Flores hopes to raise at least $1.2 million for the two-phase project. To donate, find a link on our website, hawaiinewsnow.com. Reporting in Chinatown, Annalisa Burgos, Hawaii News Now.
Wow.
It's been almost a week since.
What would it be without hitting the wrong button once in a while? God, fun it. I need a producer. Kong, you're hired. Okay, now that was a Chinatown. By the way, I love that area of Chinatown, and I can prove it because what I want to do here is show you a video I shot going through that very area. If I hit the wrong button, ekalamai.
People doing things they hate just to fit in. I know it's easier to get along peacefully, but have you ever thought about you? Don't know why I keep on doing what I'm told to do when the rules are made up by someone we never knew. Baby, wipe your tears and hear me out. We don't need someone to feel alright. Let's do the streets on a Monday. Let's call your exes and tell them they can join us too. Why always worry about money?
I know that invisible gimbal thing. That's a three. It's called a 360. No, Insta 360 cam, and amazing what it does there. Yeah, there, and that was kind of new technology back when I made that. You can tell I was just starting on that one wheel. I was just all over the place. Yeah. So there you go. So what do you think about Chinatown? Have you been there lately? I was in I was in Pasadena here recently. In fact, you know what? Let me show the pictures of that, and so I don't forget. And then I'm going to talk about segue back to Chinatown. Okay, first of all, the opening act at the Pasadena Ice House, right, was. Oh no, that's me. Wait, hold on. I can do this. There we go. It was Kamaka Brown. Kamaka Brown opened the show, did a great job, and they had this giant Luau Night advertisement behind it. But other than that, it was pretty cool. So there's Kamaka, and then this was me, a shot of me on stage. And normally I would have ironed a shirt and done a whole thing. But I was staying in this hotel, and when I asked them, it was like a little motel kind of, flea bag thing. Real nice, but very, quaint. And I go to the front desk. Excuse me, can I get an iron and an ironing board? And the Chinese lady says, oh, no, somebody already using it. I went, oh, okay. I'll call you when they're done. And she never did call me. And the reason I mention that is because it's like Rosemead, and it was like their Chinatown. You know what I mean? Everything was Chinese, a lot of Chinese people, a lot of Chinese writing on the buildings and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of cool. But showed up at that show here. We have, look, from left to right there, that's SD Dodger, myself, Charles K., his wife, Christy, C. Honda, and, of course, Kamaka Brown. And C's brother took the picture, or we would have had included him. And this is the backstage. This is the green room that we're in there. There we go. Ooh, classy, Uncle. I love it. Trying, huh? Andy got quite good on the one wheel. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got a lot better since that. I could turn around. And also somebody, like when Rick S. was saying, don't you hate it when people step out in front of you? I got very good at slowing down, and that was the first thing I worked on, thank goodness, because I didn't expect the sidewalk to be that crowded, but it was. My office is in Chinatown, and I'm never there. Oh, well. Buy a shirt, then you can go downtown. Oh, yeah, one per hotel. I think so, And, usually in those little flea bags, I mean, that's a terrible thing to call them. But, these inexpensive accommodations, you ask for an iron and they send that ironing board from the Barbie dream house. It's like, really? This? Okay, I guess I can, Whoo, I tell you. Really? Someone in that cheap motel wanted to use an iron at the same time as you? It's funny. Yeah, he was a trucker, and he had a long haul coming up, and he wanted to look sharp. What? Yeah. Oh, it's too funny, too, because I said, could I have a room on the bottom floor? Because, I didn't want to do the steps and my car would be closer. And she says, we only have one room left on bottom floor next to the laundry, but your bed going to be right against the wall where the washers are going. And I said, so it might be kind of loud, she says to me. So I say, I'm sorry, what? Could you speak up a little? Oh, you're going to be fine. Hey, SD Dodger, Andy, Kamaka, and you had a lot of energy. Thank you. Yeah. Thank Red Bull. I drank 2 of those small ones before the show. I know. This was my redemption show, by the way, SD Dodger, because I did so badly at the Blue Note on, was it Father's Day? Ask... Front row hottie, she was in the front row. I know. The iron was busy being a doorstop. Either that or somebody was turning it upside down and using it as a hot plate because they were too cheap to go over to McDonald's across the street. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so, Nani, what else do we have coming up on the... let's play another news item. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we had the Chinatown facelift. Oh, this one is sunflower seeds used not only for satisfying your munchies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be one. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, I almost hit the wrong button again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is about, well, watch the video. Duh.
There's a new source of organic oil helping to power Hawaiian Electric's grid here on Oahu.
It's a biofuel made from sunflower seeds. Jonathan Masaki shows us why it is a reliable alternative energy source.
There's an old Army saying that goes like this: if it ain't raining, we ain't training. Meaning the mission must go on no matter what the weather conditions are like. And that's exactly what is taking place here at the Schofield Generating Station.
Nice opening.
What you are witnessing in this mission in the midst of this cloudburst is a historic first delivery of biodiesel fuel made from sunflower oil to the U.S. Army base.
Well, this was the very first commercial quantity of liquid biodiesel that was actually produced from crops grown right here in Hawaii.
Bob King is the president of Pacific Biodiesel, Hawaii's only commercial producer of liquid biofuel. This 6,500-gallon delivery comes from sunflower seeds grown at the company's vast agricultural lands on Kauai.
We harvest it, take it to our crushing mill that's also on Kauai, and crush the seeds, the sunflower seeds, to get sunflower oil. That oil goes to our plant on the Big Island, where we make it into biodiesel and bring it back here to Schofield.
The Schofield Generating Station is on U.S. Army land and operated by Hawaiian Electric. It represents a joint effort between the military and Hilo to provide a fast, reliable alternative energy source of 50 megawatts for the grid.
So biofuel, unlike some of the other renewables, is a firm source of generation, so we can dispatch it, whenever we need to. So the sun doesn't always shine, there's not always wind.
The station has the capability to kick in and be on the grid in 5 or 6 minutes, supporting our customers' needs. Second, it adds to our energy resiliency. It is the only power plant on Oahu that is above sea level, so that makes it not susceptible to coastal effects of hurricanes and tsunamis and storm surges, etc.
Now, once the oil is unloaded to that tank right over there, it is then moved into 2 storage tanks outside of the hangar right here. Once that's done, it'll come here and go into the actual generation site where it produces energy.
Without power, there's a lot of different functionality that kind of falls by the wayside, but having this facility here able to power on in such a quick amount of time, incredibly important, not only the Army but the local community.
Beyond Oahu, Pacific Biodiesel's production of biofuel is a statewide process. From the fields of Kauai, the extracted oil goes to the company's facility in Kea'au on Hawaii Island.
Yeah, so on the Big Island, we process all the cooking oil, mostly used cooking oil, but as much sunflower oil as we can get, into biodiesel fuel. And then we send it back here to Oahu, send it also around the Big Island as well to be used for fuel.
Jonathan Masaki, Hawaii News Now.
Wow, how cool is that? Matt Statter, I gotta tell you, that is just warms my heart. She says, this is the coolest energy development I've learned about in a long time. Super stoked to learn about this. And I guess what they're saying is that this is kind of an auxiliary backup plan. So if everything goes out, they can have this generating electricity online in 5 minutes. How cool is that? And I guess they'll slowly build it up till it becomes, sunflower energy. Oh, man. It's so funny. Nani just sent me a message that said, you need a board engineer. And I got it back and said, are you talking about BORDE? Okay, I have a different video for you. Now this thing is about 5 minutes long and it goes back to the past, okay? And what it is I used to do this thing in one of my favorite stores, City Mill. I went to them and said, I got this idea that we do a segment in my television show, Tooling Around, okay? And this one is about just basic tools you should have in your home or available to you, okay? So let's see if this works. Good luck, and look how much I've changed.
Right. A lot of tools on the table. What do you got for us?
Yeah, what I've assembled here is about 20 of the most common tools used in the home for the home do-it-yourselfer.
So something you should have in your home regardless.
Yeah, and why don't we start off with the most important tool?
Let me guess.
Take a guess.
Saw.
No, not the saw.
Okay.
The toilet plunger. Because I'm telling you, when that emergency arrives, and that toilet starts to back up.
Oh man, and there's nothing worse. Oh please, don't go over the top. Don't go over. Oh man.
Turn off your valve immediately. And these plungers today are dual. You know, you can open the button.
Oh, look at that.
This opens up.
Oh, so you get the good seal.
Right, for the toilet.
Well, why would you close it?
For the kitchen sink. Because kitchen sinks are flat. Yeah.
Got it.
So this is a basic item. Another basic item every home should have is a 16-ounce claw hammer.
Claw.
16 ounces is a good weight because it's not too heavy for the women.
Okay.
You know, today women do just as much work around the house as the men.
Yeah.
And it has a claw head, so it's easy to pull nails.
Okay, and for the people who grew up on the internet, this is the create side, this is the delete side.
Correct.
There you go.
Terrific. And of course, you should have a couple of saws. A hacksaw for cutting metal, such as tubing, and a regular saw for cutting wood. You want to have at least 10 to 12 teeth per inch.
10 to 12. So, in other words, you want it as fine as possible. It's easier.
Yeah, in general.
Right.
Another basic item is screwdrivers.
Screwdrivers.
Yeah, and of course, in the industry today, the two most common are your Phillips.
Yeah.
And your slotted screw.
Now, Phillips is the one with the kind of cross head, and the other one is like just standard, what do they call it, straight?
Correct. And they come in sizes. Like Phillips come in 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 being the most popular sizes.
I didn't even know they had sizes.
Right. Same with
so, is it good to just get one with a whole bunch of them?
Right. Like this is an adjustable one. By turning it, you have many. There's at least 10 different tips of this.
Oh, right.
That they sell them at your home center. Another item you should have is pliers.
There are pliers.
Matting things.
Because you never know when you need home dentistry.
That's a good. This is the one for dentistry right there.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, I see.
And probably one of the most versatile is your channel locks.
Oh, look at this.
Channel locks are adjustable.
So if they're small like this, but if you want, you can just kind of ratchet them down here a little bit, thicker groove.
Correct. Like if you're under your kitchen sink and you have to take off your P-trap.
Oh, look, this will. Oh, I see.
You can go right.
Whereas this would never reach.
Never be able to reach.
Oh, okay. I see. And look at this. Right. If you do this, you can excite some Rastafarians. Hey, man.
Good point. Pidgin wrench or adjustable wrench.
Adjustable wrench.
For removing nuts and bolts.
And that way you don't have to have a whole set. Now, as I understand it, with a screwdriver, you use the biggest screwdriver that will fit into the thing, and on a wrench, you use the smallest.
Well,
I mean, you know.
Right. The most popular Pidgin wrenches are 8 to 10 inch.
Okay.
Right. And staple guns, hey, you gotta have a staple gun.
Oh, look at this here. Oh, and aren't these, you got a party, you're hanging stuff, you just, boom. And if you want to quit smoking, no, I would never do that. Don't. Okay.
Correct. And of course, every home should have a couple of chisels.
Couple chisels.
And have a flashlight.
Yeah. A good one.
A good flashlight with battery.
How long have you owned that?
Oh, I've had this at least 10 years.
There you go.
Scissors, very important to have.
You know what? Most people have two kinds of scissors. They have the scissors and the good scissors. Honey, where are good scissors? Yeah, you heard that a million times.
Yeah. And of course, when nothing works, you gotta have a roll of duct tape.
Duct tape. And that's not duck. That's
no, it's not quack tape. It's duct.
D-U-C-T.
Correct.
Right. And you know, when your co-host talks too much, right.
And of course, the last thing, whenever working with any items like tools,
Striking.
always have a pair of safety glasses.
Right. And look, they fit over other glasses.
Because when I take off my glasses, I'm blind.
And look at this, I have safety glasses on, so I have safety glasses squared.
Revoluce má své jméno. Chickenhead S8000. Chickenhead S8000 poprvé v historii přináší profesionální stabilizaci obrazu, která dokáže konkurovat filmovým záběrům. To je možné díky důmyslnému zařízení, které absorbuje nežádoucí pohyb. Natáčení roztřesených videí je tak dnes minulostí. Nová řada S8000 vám dává do ruky doslova profesionální filmovou kameru. Nezáleží na tom, jestli jdete, běžíte nebo jedete po nerovném terénu. Reakce jsou okamžité a to bez prodlevy. Chickenhead sám předvídá, jak se má kamera pohybovat. Výsledkem je naprosto plynulý pohyb. Můžete tak přicházet s mnohem kreativnějšími nápady a oslnit i se zdánlivě všedními momenty. Navíc kamera jede ve 4K režimu. Tomuhle bystrému oku nic neunikne. Mějte zařízení neustále u sebe a zaznamenávejte důležité okamžiky, na které nechcete nikdy zapomenout. Na řadě S8000 oceníte i schopnost klouzavého letu. Ideální pro pořizování obrazu z výšek nebo letu nad propastí. Jen namířte, hoďte a o více nestarejte. Dalším plusem tohoto zařízení je jeho lehkost, snadné ovládání a spárování s vaším mobilním telefonem. A co víc, udělá vám prostě radost. Drobná negativa jsou jistě zanedbatelná. Na našem e-shopu naleznete zařízení v několika barevných provedeních. Součástí balení je i kapsle se zrním. Využívejte originální týdenní nebo rovnou měsíční kapsly nabitou energií. Kvalitní obiloviny po dobře odvedené práci přijdou vašemu zařízení jistě vhod. Chickenhead Premium Power Plus. S8000 je skutečně dalším krokem ke kvalitnějšímu videozáznamu, který každého bez námahy změní v profesionálního filmaře. Vaše video je tak filmovější než kdykoliv předtím. Chickenhead S8000. Staň se filmařem.
Oh, man. I can't tell you how that cracks me up. That one was for me. Thank you for the allowing me to indulge myself there a little bit. Oh, boy. Yes, the chicken head camera. I wish I could afford one. Oh, man. Talk about image stabilization. Rick S. Never caught one word that dude was saying, but still funny anyways. Exactly. That's what's funny about it to me. You don't even have to know because you've seen a million adverts that look just like that, so you can, they're the best in the world and don't worry about it. Look at this and look at that. Oh, what lingo was that? I don't know. Does anybody know what language that person might have been speaking? How's it, G-Man 808? Aloha to Nani Aloha. There we go. Midnight Frequency Radio. And we love that name, don't we? Ooh, saying how's it to Panel Writes Things. Yeah. I was looking for the drop. I don't know if you saw my miscue there. I wonder where that was going. Anyway, okay. So, was it Polish? Oh, no, no comment is asking. Polish? I don't know. Something Eastern European? I don't know. Thomas the Turtle just have some pictures of people who might speak that language. I think that's a good idea. And Namaste Sen, Portuguese. Was it Portuguese? Or because there's no question mark at the end of this. So Namaste Zen would know. I'm telling you. Yesterday I had a friendly chicken visit me, and I'm not in Hawaii. Oh, well, why was that person afraid of you? And Daniel Vu says, I need to watch it again. Writing looks Greek-ish. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and Midnight Frequency Radio. I am the artist formerly known as Carl in Arkansas. Oh, really? Oh, there you go. Okay. Carl, good to see you back again, bro. Yeah, I know. Thank you. That's too funny. The commenter, formerly known as E.T. Guerrero, how you? And she's saying hi. No, that wasn't French. I don't think it was French. Polish was my best guess. It was not Portuguese. Ooh, well, I got to tell you, Namaste Zen seemed kind of succinct in his assertion. Is that the word I'm looking for? I'm having trouble with words today. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. What was I going to do? I can't remember. Let's finish off. Let's finish off the news clips. I think we still have some left. Do we, Nani? Oh, we have the sunflower seeds. Oh yes, this one takes us back to the west side of Oahu, Waianae. That's where I grew up, and I will admit that I don't know any of the sheep in this video. Okay. Now, if I can just hit the right button, where is this? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be this one.
We are in fire season, and that threat has some in Waianae Valley taking a unique approach to fire prevention. Yep. Paul Drew shows us the effort to help tame wildfires with wildlife.
In the back of Waianae Valley, you'll not only find historic archaeological sites, you'll also find an ancient form of fire prevention from these four-legged residents.
Our sheep are pretty much, our weed whackers, our grass cutters. They help us with a lot of our maintenance.
AK herds more than a dozen sheep around Ka'ala Farm. The animals don't eat kalo, which is the main plant grown here, but they eat everything else and are used to mow down grass and plants, reducing the fuel load if there is a fire, because Waianae Valley can turn into a tinderbox.
Every summer we have fires, basically, but we've had major fires. We had one fire that started in Lulule about 12 years ago. It came over the ridge and it burned the entire back of the valley. Yeah. Wow. And there was another, the 2018 fire was the most devastating.
When fires burned in the valley, fighting them was a challenge, not just because of the hilly landscape, but because of the archaeological sites found around Ka'ala Farm.
It has numerous heiau, house lots, other archaeological features, and in terrain like this, often you'd be able to use a bulldozer to be able to create fire breaks and control the fire. However, because of the cultural sensitivity, that tool isn't available for us, so we rely heavily on the helicopters and hand crews and small brush engines to do the job.
Now through federal and local funding, a project is underway to have the sheep create fire breaks for the next time flames sweep through Waianae Valley.
Hiram.
We're focusing on the fuel reduction here with this project by utilizing the sheep graze down the grass so that the flame height, if it does ignite the grass, is low, and there's the less chance of spotting downwind by heavy winds.
A concern especially along Waianae Valley Road.
Movable fences. I mean, you can nail it down, the fuel load down in a couple days.
I love that
There
shot.
are some challenges which have to be protected from stray dogs and from being stolen by humans.
What?
But AK says these sheep are smart and friendly and do a great job.
I can put them in an area that, you know, it'd take 2 or 3 guys to weed whack. It's hard out here, and it's costly, not just on man's time, but the machine, the gas, and then you can only get so far. With these animals, we've been able to clear whole sections of space in record time compared to weed whacking.
While there is just a small flock now, the goal is to have hundreds of sheep rotating around parcels in the valley, not just to create fire breaks, but one day to clear areas of invasive plants so indigenous ones can go back in. In Waianae Valley, Paul Drews, Island News.
Okay, you know what? I might be able to show you this. Oh, you took it off the screen. Nani, put your Twitch came back message there so I can show it to people using this camera. So you know, see right here, I don't know if you can see right here, this is how Nani communicates with me. It's kind of like, we call it the bat phone, but what she posts there is not a text message. It just goes directly from, there we go, Twitch came back. You see that? So, you know, say hi to everybody, Nani, and then I'll leave this on screen till you type that up. Oh, we got so much cool technology going. I wish more people knew. Oh, Twitch just went out, but look, she says Twitch came back, right? And Penel just said it went out. Uh-oh, Twitch is twitching. I got black screen, but I can hear you. What's being said? Ooh, timer is still going. What timer? No, I don't know which timer are you talking about. Oh, look there. Hi, everybody. Okay, it's back. Oh, there, Jim. Fidel says, oh, good. Twitch is back. And there we go. Ooh, habut. Why? Because of this. What timer is still going, SD Dodger? What are you talking about? I don't know. You know, believe me, it could be that something I've got going I forgot to turn off. It is not the first time that would have happened. Okay, we're at the bottom of the hour. Oh, that hour went by fast. Oh, as Elton said, the Twitch is back. Oh no, wrong one. It jumped and I wasn't able to grab it. Okay. Oh, they use them in Pittsburgh. To clear hillsides. In fact, Michael Anthony Smith was saying, why are they locked up? Well, what they do, and I've seen this in Waianae, they had plenty. It's sometimes goats, in fact, depending on the type of material they're trying to clear. But they take an area and they fence it off, and then they put the goats in there, and then they leave them for a week. And when they come back, the goats are all fed, and the weeds are to the ground, because I think goats eat like to the dirt like sheep do, you know, and so that's how they contain them. They put them in fences, you know. Okay, and Rick says Twitch is back on, Andy. Okay, thank you, mahalo. Twitch is back on, and Jeff is back. Thank you, Jeff. That's my computer geeky friend. We go back a long, long way. Whoo, and Kamasami Kong says, love your shirt. Oh, maker, the maker or store where you get it should be one of the product placement sponsors for your show. Kind of like the City Mill bucket in that last piece we saw. Just say things like, if you like this shirt, click on the, yeah. You know what? You were king of the product placement thing. And for a while, I was doing that with Hilo Hattie. But you know what? It just, for what I had to do, it was just easier to go to Savers and pay $8 and buy a shirt, you know, and I do that every once in a while. I'm due for one of those, you know, because most of the people on this show have all my Aloha shirts memorized, and I have 40 of them. I counted them the other day. I have 40 Aloha shirts. I know. Oh, and probably I'd buy probably, and so would a lot of viewers. Yeah, you know what? By the way, Kong, so you know, what I'm doing here, right, because is beta testing. We're going to be back in earnest on the first Monday in August, which reminds me, gang, we're doing the show today, Tuesday. Our next show will be on Friday. Remember, we were doing 5 days a week, then we went to 3 days a week. Now we're going to change to 2 days a week. Yeah. Just to see, you know, how my lawn improves. I know. So anyway, we'll be doing a show Tuesday today, and then Friday at 3:30 Hawaiian Standard Time. We're going to try 2 days a week here because I don't know. We're trying all kinds of things. I'm looking at the analytics and, you know, trying to do the geeky stuff on. It's weird. We did 5 days a week, right? When we changed to 3 days a week, it was the same amount of viewership and stuff and a lot less work for me. I mean, seriously. I'm up at 7 to be able to put all this together, right? Kong, I remember talking to Frank B. Shaner one time about a morning show, and you know all about this. And Frank said, well, here's the choice. You can have a morning show or you can have a life. You can't have both. I miss Frank so much, man. I don't see him much now that he's an artist living on the Big Island, you know, working on cutting off an ear or something, you know. Hey, Yvonne, loved your show in Pasadena. You look great and you still funny. Long live Long live and prosper, my friend. Aloha. Yes, Yvonne was at the Pasadena. I've known her since high school when she was going to Kamehameha. Forest Gang! Shh. Yep, so true. You know it, Kong. Okay, gang, there we go. That's it. Mahalo no iloa. We'll see you on Friday. And really appreciate you guys being here. And again, beta testing until the 1st of, I forget. If you want to send me an email, by the way, make suggestions or have any comments, here we go, Andy@bumatai.com. So there we go. Special thanks to our moderators. We got, you know, Shakalaka, Rick S., C. Honda, Nani Aloha, who is also an associate producer, and Devin, who I don't think was here today, but she still does a lot of work outside of this show. Like, for instance, C. Honda does an amazing job on our Discord and on X. Okay, so, you know, that's not me. That's some hardworking moderationizers who really help us so much. Okay? Oh, I know. Oh, look, and Shakalaka did all the research, and we determined the chicken head video was in Czech. Is that like Czechoslovakia? Ooh, okay. Anything the rest of this week? Don't know what you mean. Friday we have a show on at 3:30 Hawaiian Standard Time this Friday, Rick. But other than that, I'm going to try to do some yard work because I'm Filipino and it's the law. Okay? So anyway, thanks, gang, and appreciate it. Mahalo nui loa. I gotta find the button for push 'em. It's about to happen. Aloha.